What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have another squad review video, and I'll tell you what, the Discord is still popping to this very day. We have around 420 people, and as you see on the left, we've actually got new chats. So we've got a trading chat that people actually help you with trading. We've got stuff like squad advice if you're too low in a squad review thing, and I doubt I'll ever get down to the bottom because there's so many people. Then you could obviously put your team in the squad advice chat, and then people will actually come along and help you out. We've also got an SBC. People will see how easy it is to do the SBCs, what players you need to do SBCs, and obviously the squad review channel. We also got pro clubs, Warzone, and Rocket League as well, and there's more that's going to be added into this. This is pretty much like a community Discord now at this point, where everyone is helping everyone, and you can play with each other if you really want to. Now, we have first TOD, I believe is how you pronounce it. I switch Vidal for Hazard in game, and Bale and Mbappe in wings. Tradables are Bale, Griezmann, Hazard. Everything else untradeable. Shape Mendy at CDM. Valverde, Zambrotta left back. Alright, let's look at the team. Not the greatest of quality of pictures. That is something I can say. But it's looking like a pretty decent team, to be fair to you. Okay, so you switch Hazard and Vidal. That is something you did say. You got a Griezmann there, the 5-star weak foot, beautiful. We got the other 5-star weak foot, Bale, a 5-star skill move, Hazard, Vidal and Bakayoko in a centre mid positions. That is literally perfect. You got Mbappe down the wing on a marksman chem style, spot on. If you use Griezmann up top, which I do believe you actually said, make sure you put a hunter chem style on him, not an engine. An engine, yes, it makes him more agile, but the thing is, with a hunter, it gives him that pace that he needs. And personally, if you're using an engine, you would definitely use him as cam and not a striker position. But let's look at your defense. Amavi and Zanetti, perfect. Right chem styles as well. You got Sol Campbell and Koeman. For me personally, these two centre backs, they don't really work well with each other, and I definitely wouldn't risk it. Two centre backs that don't feel amazing on the ball, I'll definitely go for like a Rio Ferdinand and maybe take out Koeman, because I don't believe Koeman's even a centre back. I believe he's more of a centre mid than anything. Now, I see you have Ter Stegen on I believe it's a cat. Make sure you put a balanced chem style on him, because that is the best. Also, you have balance on Bale. I don't know if that's simply something you use or is just like a mistake or something, but definitely switch those chem styles. But it's a really good team. The one thing I'll definitely suggest is switching the centre back out for like Rio Ferdinand, and then you got yourself one solid team. But the best bit about your team is definitely your attack, and I'm going to give you like an 8 out of 10 because it's a really good team. It really is. Now we move on to, I believe it's called Abdullah. Now we go to what he plays before everyone's off chem. Not off chem, in game. You know what I mean. 4-3-3. But let's look at in game, because that is clearly too small to you guys to see. All right. So I see Neuer in goal. We haven't got chem styles because he's took it on footbin. Perfectly fine. Don't worry about that. Boateng and Zakava, solid centre backs. Right. Well, yeah, he's done it for chem. All right, cool. You got Cancelo, Zambrotta. That's good. That's nice. Two solid left back and right backs. Defensive line is honestly beautiful. 4-2-3-1 in game. Goretzka and Bakayoko. These CDMs, they both don't feel great on the ball. Bakayoko, I do believe, feels better than Goretzka, but it's one of those occasions where, are you okay with two CDMs that don't feel amazing on the ball? That's the struggle that I'm going to see through those centre mids. But both of them are solid defensively. You got Coutinho at cam, perfectly fine on that. Mahrez, Ram, really good. Sane, Lam, Ben Yedder, striker. There's not much to say about this team. You really thought about this team. It's a solid team, to be fair to you. I wish I knew how many coins you actually had. Maybe you did type it and I missed it. No, you didn't. It's a really, like, personally, I would never play Goretzka. That's just me. But if you like Goretzka, he works for you. Nothing wrong with that. But I could definitely tell the best like bit about your team is definitely your defense. Your defense is absolutely solid. The one thing I would personally upgrade was, I'll probably not use Mahrez Ram. That is the one thing I can say. I wouldn't use Mahrez Ram. Yeah, he is good there. He's got the 5-star skill moves as well. But it's one of those occasions where I don't believe Mahrez is fast enough. But it's a good team. I'm going to give you... There's nothing outstanding, to be fair. I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10. But we move on to, I believe it's Chris. I don't know how you say your name. I'm just going to call you Chris. This is how I play in game. Have about 1 mil to upgrade, but kind of like all these players. Okay, let's see. We'll see what you're working with. All right, so 4-2-3-1. You got Schmeichel in goal with Luis Felipe and Manolas. Beautiful defensive line. You got Hernandez and Cuadrado. Right. Hernandez solid left back, but Cuadrado, he's not great in strength wise. Yes, he's got the pace, and that is something I can always admit, but his standing tackle is not outstanding, and it's definitely a player I would tell you to look into replacing. Forwards being 9 golden, you got the perfect centre mids there. You got a tall player with a low-key small player, if you want to call it, but you also have like the defensive work rates there. You also have them both going forward because they both can go forward. Mkhitaryan at cam, amazing. You got Politano and Belotti. Striker, I actually used the Belotti card and he actually isn't too bad. I love his 5-star weak foot. 3-star skill moves makes him a bit too readable, so I definitely suggest if you don't use skill moves, keep him without a doubt. But if you do, definitely suggest changing him. Politano is a bit outdated now, but if he works for you, keep him. Douglas Costa is a player that I did low-key enjoy, but he did miss quite a lot of chances. But in the Lamb position, definitely can see him being very, very overpowered with that pace, with that little fake shots around the corner. It's a really good team. The one player I definitely do suggest is switching out that right back Cuadrado. You got 1 mil coins. Go get yourself like a Zambrotta. Go get yourself someone that is amazing at right back that is obviously cheap. But a really good team. Cuadrado is definitely the one to go. Your best bit about your team, I would say your midfield. I would definitely say your midfield is absolutely solid. But I'm going to give you, I believe this team is slightly, it's probably on the same level as the previous team. 7 out of 10. But we move on to Stefan. Now, Stefan hasn't said anything, but we're just going to look at the team and probably judge off that. Interesting team. Very interesting team. I could tell you're a Road to Glory player. You're not one of those players that spends a lot of FIFA points on a game. You have Florendi that is really, really outdated, and I do suggest actually changing him. Paul Scholes, bit of a sticky one, you know. Paul Scholes, it's one of those players that I definitely would not go for. But if you got him at the prime icon pack, out like icon swaps, then I can understand why you're using him, because you have other positions that need upgrading. Your right back needs upgrading. Your centre backs ain't terrible. Like, for me, these centre backs are a bit outdated, but it's one of those situations where if you don't have a lot of coins, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Goalkeeper, I don't know how he works for you. If he does work for you, keep him. Alexandra, gold card. For the state of your team, I can tell you haven't got a lot of coins, so Alexandra will be the last position I see that you'll probably replace. Forsby, Paul Scholes. Your midfield is hands down the best bit about your team. Beautiful. It's a good midfield. It really is. Paul Scholes is definitely like a player I wouldn't go for, but I can see you got him at an icon pack. It's clear of day. El Shaarawy, you got Belotti and you got Javinho. Belotti's good, obviously. Javinho, yeah, he is good, but the problem with Javinho is he's 3-star. El Shaarawy, the 5-star skiller, I personally wouldn't use this card. But the positions that I do tell you to change instantly, right back, right wing, and that's probably it. You could argue goalkeeper, but other than that, you got a pretty decent team. I can tell you haven't got a lot of coins, and without a doubt, I'll give you like a 5.5 out of 10. But we are going to go on to the next player. Let's see. Oh, Stefan's actually put another team. Actually, I'm not going to do this team because I already done one of yours, so I want to give other people a bit of chance. All right, send my team of the year, De Jong, 4th birthday, Griezmann at cam, Ballack and Da Costa at CDM, Mbappe at striker. Kem will be 100 after position modifiers, except Da Costa, all first owners in game, 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1. So you say use Da Costa as a CDM. All right, let's see how this team's going. Let's actually zoom in a little bit. Maybe too much. Quality's not great. Let's all be fair. I'll actually do this so you guys can see it on the other side. Right. So Da Costa goes CDM, you said. Mbappe obviously goes into the right back position. Oh, your defensive line is solid. I can already see it. Rio and Sergio Ramos with Mendy in the centre back positions. Sorry for the quality once again. I'll try to get through this as fast as possible. You got Ballack and Da Costa in the CDM positions. Beautiful. Where do you use Griezmann? Send him and Griezmann at cam. Okay. So you got Griezmann at cam. The way I'll go it is Griezmann cam, Mbappe striker, Messi, Ram, and Hazard Lamb. You said use the 4-4-2. So if you're using a 4-4-2, I would go Mbappe striker with Griezmann, Messi, Ram. No, sorry, Ram, right mid, and Hazard left mid. But it's a really good team. It really is. There's not much to upgrade. I can tell you that. Everywhere is solid, and I'm gonna give you straight. I'm gonna give you like an 8.5 out of 10 because I love your team. Honestly, you thought hard about it. So we're getting is I'll watch a video. Okay, so you go. All right. Oh, okay. The text was down here. Oh, got it. My team traded with Griezmann, Lodi, Godogbia, and Schmeichel. I've got 500k to a 2 and a Pogba I could sell for 2 mil coins. 4-2-3-1 in game. Okay. This was. Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna say yes. Okay, we're just gonna have to zoom in here. I don't know what this is, but we move on at the end of the day. All right, so we have Schmeichel, Ramos, Kondogbia. Once again, sorry for the bad quality of picture. Zanetti, we got Lodi. Really good defensive line. Wouldn't change a single thing out of that. 4-2-3-1 in game. 4-2-3-1 in game. Interesting. So Essien and Fred in the CDM positions. Bruno Fernandes in the cam position. Griezmann up top, James, Ram, and Hazard Lamb. That's the way I would run it. And it's a really good team, to be fair to you. Essien and Fred, I don't believe would work together because they're not like both are under 6 foot as far as I know. And I definitely do suggest getting someone else. Don't know if you want to switch Essien. I would personally switch Fred out. I understand you got the links for Bruno Fernandes and stuff, but a simple Premier League player would actually work there. The team's really good. I'm looking at it and I don't see much weakness. Let's look at chem styles and if anything. Engine on Ramos. I'll definitely go for an anchor on Ramos. Engine because you want him to feel nice on the ball, I guess. Shadow definitely is the perfect one. You got a anchor on Lodi. Zanetti on Engine. Put a anchor on him. Glove on Schmeichel. Basic is the way to go on him. Maestro on Griezmann. Engine or Hunter. Make sure you do that. Maestro on Hazard is not the end of the world. Sniper, that is perfect. Shadow, perfect. Engine, I'll definitely go for an anchor on Essien or even a Shadow pushing it. Balance, basic on Bruno Fernandes. That needs changing as well. You got a really good team. You really have. There's not much to say about your team. That is something I can say. Fred would definitely need to go if you're using Essien and Fred in the CDM positions. But it's a good team. The only person I can see, Fred, without a doubt. But the best bit about your team, I would definitely go with defense all the way. I'm going to give you an 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. But we do move on to Cyrus. Okay. So Cyrus has actually built this in Footbin. And he's put the ticks on who he has and who he will potentially get. So, well, this is a better quality picture, to be fair. Lloris, Sanchez, Ogbonna, solid centre-backs, but make sure, be careful with that Sanchez. He feels very, very clunky in-game. Ogbonna, beautiful centre-back. I actually use him in Weekend League for 2 weeks. Got 29 and 0 and 29 to 1 with him. You got Coleman and Bernat. Personally, I believe Bernat is a bit outdated, but I can see where you got him there. You got the link to Mbappe. Beautiful link. Lucky on red picks, I see. Did he say what formation? No, he didn't. Okay, I'm going to guess you play a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Petite and Ramsey in the CDM positions. Solid CDMs, by the way. It wouldn't change a single bit out of that. You got Ronaldo striker. Mbappe Lamb. Son Cam. James Ram. That's how I believe. That's how I would run it personally. And that is a solid attack. It really is. And I can already tell the best bit about your attack is the best bit about your attack. The best thing about your team is your attack, hands down. One thing I would love to change out of your team is Bernat. So what you could do with Bernat here is, if you have enough coins, go for an icon left back. Okay. That is something you can do. Go for an icon left back. You could have even got that on Marvi, to be fair to you. If you got on Marvi, that would have been a perfect link to Mbappe. It's a good team. It really is. But I would say the left back is probably the biggest weakness about your team, without a doubt. I'll give you an 8 out of 10. I'm only reason giving an 8 out of 10 is simply because Ramsey and Sanchez and Bernat is not amazing, but they're still good. We 4-1-2-1-2 in game with Salvio at cam. Semedo and Zambrotta swapped over at right back and left back. Okay. 4-1-2-1-2. You got a centre mid of, I guess, Vidal CDM. Actually, yeah, Vidal CDM. And then you got Banega probably on the left, and I think that is that Tagliafico. No, it's not. That's a fullback card, isn't it? I forgot what this guy's name is. I completely forgot what this guy's name is. But let me know in the comment section what this guy's name is. But I guess he's right centre mid. You said you use Salvio at cam with Sane and Lawson up top. Sane striker is a bit of a situation. I definitely wouldn't trust it. You said you swap Zambrotta and Semedo over. Yeah, I can see why. PK and I forgot his name as well. I know who he is though. He's a solid centre back. That is how I can say. Your defensive line is solid, bro. Honestly, the only bad thing about this is the formation they use. Like personally, I don't like it too much. And Sane, I don't believe is a striker. So I definitely do suggest looking into that without a doubt. You got a solid team. You really have. I would definitely, the only person I would replace here, Sane going striker, I wouldn't trust that at all. And him. Because I know he's good, but he's a bit outdated now. Banega and Vidal can still go. But him, I believe, needs a bit of a change. But other than that, solid team, without a doubt. Let's actually check chem styles. Yep. Yeah, perfect. Perfect chem styles. Maybe Salvio could be changed, but I can't remember exactly the right chem style for Salvio. That's why I'm not going to be telling you. But I don't believe that is the perfect one. But a really good team, either way. The best thing about your best bit about your team, I would go defense. Defense is solid. It really is. I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10. But we do move on, and to our last person, we got, I can't say your name. I think it's Fino. I play in a 4-2-3-1 in game with Neymar at cam, Akone at ram. Who's that? Oh, it's the... Oh, okay. I was about to say, what? And 4-1-2-2 now with Neymar striker, Kone cam, and Bakayoko CDM. I have in mind the subs as improvement. What do you think? Okay, let's look at this. Alright, let's zoom in once. Osimhen. You got Osimhen, Akone, Bakayoko, Valverde. Okay. It's a good team. It's a really good team, to be fair to you. Bernat, Adair, Militao, Varane, Auzio. Auzio's good. Militao's outdated. I definitely do suggest without a doubt replacing that. Militao definitely is not the way to go this year. Well, unless you have his, I think it's road to the final card. Osimhen, outdated. I personally wouldn't use this Osimhen anymore. You got Akone. This guy, I don't think I actually used him. I remember knowing who he was, but I don't remember using him. So I can't really say much about him. But if these two work for you, I know he's good. Right back is really, really good. I played him so many times. But if he works for you, keep him. But I would definitely suggest switching Osimhen, Adair Militao. And let's see who you got here. Okay, so I see what you've done here. Oh, this works. Yes. Switch Bernat for headliner Tellis. Or Lodi, actually. No. Go for Lodi. Lodi is better than Tellis, in my opinion. Lodi there. Go Lodi there, but you need to switch Adair Militao. You need to, without a doubt. Put Lodi on weekend. It's not going to matter. But actually, you could put like a... Try get Shapeshifter Kondogbia. If you get Shapeshifter Kondogbia, you got Lodi on full chem as well. And that will literally be perfect. You got a decent team. You really have. I would say the best bit about your team, I would say the attack. It is really, really good. Osimhen needs changing. Bernat needs changing to Lodi. And Adair Militao to Shapeshifter Kondogbia. And then you got yourself one hell of a team. I'm going to rate you. I like how you experimented. So you made that links between the two. I can't remember how to say the special card, so I'm not even going to try. But the two Chilean players I can see. So I like how you've done that. You really thought about this team. You really have. But Osimhen, outdated. Get him out. Seriously. But I would say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 without a doubt. Your attack definitely helps it. But that is going to be it. And we are going to start next episode at this guy right here. Let's have a quick glimpse of this. That's a really good team. It really is. But we are going to do that next episode. But if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment. And for now, peace.